Hello, everybody. Got a couple minutes before 10. Wanted to go ahead and get started. This meeting's being recorded. This is the Zoho webinar platform. So thank you for joining me. We got a few people on. My family and friends too. My sister Angela. Thank you, Angela. Miss Chandra, Miss Mamie, and my buddy Tim, my brother Tony. So great. We got a few minutes to get started here. Um, I'm going to pause the recording for a second. Okay, so pause recording. I am streaming on YouTube, but we'll get that going here in a second. I wish I had some music to play, but we're going to go ahead and get going here. We got 3 minutes and wanted to welcome everybody, let everybody, come on in. My buddy Chris Langham across the world. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you with us. And we're going to be getting on in a few minutes here. So I wish I could get this chat. This is a webinar, so it doesn't have like a regular chat that you guys can. I don't think if I chat, I don't think you guys can see. There's no chat on yours, so that's unfortunate with the webinar. It doesn't have a chat, but it has a Q&A and some polls that we'll be having on that here shortly. So we'll have the polls going on. All right, we got another minute or so, and we'll get started here. Q&A. Okay. Get our attendees going. And I'll start the recording in just a second. And got another couple minutes. So I wish you guys give me a thumbs up or something, but I don't have that kind of response here. Because this chat is made for just the organizers. Okay, there you guys got me an emoji. So somebody gave me a thumbs up. The little emotional icon things work. The reactions or emojis. So you guys can give me a thumbs up there. Okay, saw that one. That came. I think Tim Austin has his hand up. You asking a question, Tim? There's a Q&A, and you can ask your question there. And you raised your hand, but I don't know how you allow to talk. Okay, I let you talk. All right. Just want to say hi, Tim. Okay. We're going to get started here in a second here. It's 9:59. Trying to learn these Zoho webinar features. And so that's going. Get everybody on. And trying to learn. You have to get used to this platform. I see. Okay, I see everybody coming on. Mr. Garth Cook, welcome. And Adrian, my nephew from Florida. So thanks for joining. I'm going to get this recording started. And Monica will be joining us, and my special guest will be coming on here shortly. So giving her another minute here. But it is 10 o'clock. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name's Israel Silva, and I want to welcome you guys to the Increase Your Income Challenge. And I just really excited about that. And my special guest has arrived. And let me just zoom out a bit here so we can get you in the picture here. And move the camera over just slightly there.
There you go.
Okay. So here's our microphone. We're going, everybody, and just wanted to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Israel Silva, my lovely wife.
Monica.
She is here, Monica. She has her own fan club, everybody. So just so great to have you guys on. Thanks for joining. We're really excited about teaching this. I'm going to be going into our teaching our slide deck here. So just bear with me on the technology here, but you should see me and Monica. I think you're cut off a little bit, but let me see if I can get you in the picture there. Okay, so I may have to move us around some, but we're gonna get going. So this is the Increase Your Income Challenge, and this is a webinar, and I'm just excited to have you guys here. We're gonna get started with that. The first thing is I want to ask you guys a question. Do you have an income goal in mind? This is a yes or no question, and I'm going to start the poll right now. So in the polls thing, you should see, I'm going to hit the start button there. So now you have a vote. So this is how I can hear from you guys. Go vote yes or no. I'm seeing the votes come in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, some people don't have it. That's good. Let's be honest.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Mm-hmm.
Because, this is important.
That you're in a good place.
Yeah. And so, currently you're at a current income. And the thing is to have that goal income. So we're talking income there. That's really important. And just to give you an idea, 86% of Americans have at least one financial goal in 2024. I think this Bankrate.com, they indicated that in this year, 86%. So a lot of people have a goal, what they have in mind. Mm-hmm. The question is, how do you achieve that goal? How do you accomplish that goal? That is a big question that we need to solve. And that's what I want to help with. And for me, when I had an issue, I've learned that I can't always do it by myself. So I'm going to close this poll here, publish the result, because you guys said that, let me see, I should be able to see it now. I think it's 62%, so like 2/3 indicated. Oh, God, sorry. Unable to install. I have some friends unable to get on. Oh, no.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, see if we can.
So I can be technical support.
Monica's gonna be our technical support. So about 2/3 of you guys said you have a goal, and Bankrate said 86%. So we're pretty close that people have a goal in mind. Now, what I wanted you guys to think about now is: have you ever achieved more? And I'm gonna put this as a new poll here. Back to my list, and I'm gonna hit start. So now you should see there. Yeah, this is okay. So this will be available. This is being recorded, so you can get this video. It's gonna be emailed to you, a link, and also on YouTube, it'll be there too. But anyway, so here we go with the questions. The question I have right here, I just sent it out. Have you ever achieved more by working in a group? So let's go to that one here. Let's look at the results for that one. 71% said yes, and some people didn't vote, but that's okay. So far, sometimes. That is a good answer. That's why I put that in there. Sometimes we achieve more in a group. Do you agree, Monica? It's not always possible.
It depends on the goal. Mm-hmm.
It depends on the goal. Sometimes it depends on the group. And so
that too.
It's not always yes or no. I should have put it in the slide, but I actually put it in the poll sometimes. So 33% of you guys said yes sometimes. So 2/3 again said you achieved more. But again, it comes down to how you ask it. So let me publish that result so you can all see that now. So let me go back here, back to my list.
And I think it depends on how invested the group is. Because, I was surprised to hear that answer sometimes. But actually, when I think about it, when it comes to work groups, employment, because people want to get paid, yes, they'll get it done. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to school, because I've been in university, not always, because not every person in school, in college, actually wants to make an A. Mm-hmm. So it just depends.
It depends. So here's what a Google study showed here recently. 5 keys that led to greater team achievement. I'm going to touch on these real quick. I'll get to them later. I'll go and touch back on them. But psychological safety. And sometimes they call it a circle of safety. So when in the book Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek, he wrote that the Marines, they like I think it was the ones, Navy SEALs, the Navy SEALs. They go out there and their life depends on the other person. And so that's why it's so important that they have this circle of safety. And it's the same thing for your team when you're on a team. And that's why it's important that people are vulnerable, that they can trust the other person is there for them. So again, that is really important. Let me close and see what else I got. And then dependability. Dependability is that you know you can count on the other people, that you can trust they're going to be there and they're going to give quality work. Again, for those people who said sometimes, it's because you didn't have these things. You didn't have these things. So that's what it is. I forgot to make this one of my choices, but this is one of those things I wanted you guys to think about. Which one resonates with you? Is it dependability? Is it structure and clarity? Is it meaning or impact? Now, structure and clarity means everybody knows their place. They know their role. They know their seat in the bus, and we know where we're going together. And that's really important, that structure. And then the fourth one is meaning. Like, why? What does this mean? Where's the purpose in doing this? People sometimes don't want to work if there's no purpose. And that's why it's important when you're working in a team. And number 5 is impact. Like, is it going to make a difference in my life, my family's life, my community's life? How am I making a difference in this team? So those are the things that Google realized, that it's not who's on the team, it's how the team is structured and how they're engaged. So I really want you guys to think about that, because what we're looking at is how your income can be improved by a group and community. That's what we're talking about. So before we get really into the details here, this is going to be interactive. It's going to be fun. Go ahead and silence your cell phones. We're trying to take text message for people who are trying to get on right now. But if you have questions, you can throw them in the Q&A. I'm trying to answer those right as they come in. We're going to take them at the end, but you can still add your questions as they come in. Put them in the Q&A, and then we'll get to them at the end. So you don't have to wait till the end to post them. You can post them, and we'll get to them.
This way you won't forget your question.
You won't forget your questions as we're going along. And then we're going to have a special discount offers at the end for those watching this webinar, whether it's live or in person, or where you watch it later. I really want to add value to you. My mentor is John Maxwell. He's like, we add value to people who want to add value. And that's what I'm trying to do, is add value to you. So that's how we're going to get started. Next thing I want to talk about is, why am I here? So hopefully you can answer this. I'm going to start the poll here, because it's like, this is one of my ones. I'm here because. So let me start the poll, and you can answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm here because I heard this challenge. And I thought it might be a fun way to increase my income. So maybe that's you. Put number 1. Number 2, I know what I have to do to increase my income, but I just keep procrastinating. I put it behind. I don't get the things done that I need to get done, and I procrastinated. So that's you. It's okay. We're not. You don't have your names next to these when you publish them. Number 3, I'm here because I want to learn from others and how they increase their income. So it's like learning from other people, their resources, what they've done, and how I can increase my income. Number 4, I want to make more money and, as my wife likes to say, and have a life. I don't want to work 3 jobs. I don't want to work all the time. How can I increase my income so that I can have the money and have a life, a balance? You never have a balanced life all the time, but at least you have some balance where you can go out and have fun. Number 5, I'm here because I thought you were giving away free money.
Who heard that one?
Okay, I'm giving away free value. I'll put it that way, okay? I'm giving away free value, but go ahead and vote. It looks like so far we've only got a couple votes. Go ahead and tell me what you're here for. Come on, guys. Let's vote. What are you guys here for? I have a couple comments that they said, I want to learn from others and how they increased income. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to learn thought about having a challenge, fun? Mm-hmm. So far, a couple votes. So you guys have it there. right there, you can vote. I'm just kind of curious. This is your chance to engage here.
Who thought we were giving away free money?
Nobody thought we were giving away free money. Okay, so that's good. So only 2 people voted so far. So I'm gonna leave that one up there next. Let's see what my next slide is here.
Yes. You can take a minute to think about that one.
Yes, think about that one here.
Exactly.
That's the next slide there. Okay, as you think about that, we got 2 people voted. Okay, yeah, obviously, guys, think about that one. I'm gonna go ahead and publish this so you can see
We should have put on there how many are here because Israel invited you.
because you invited. Yes, how many people? 'Cause you just love me. Thank you for your support, all my family and friends.
Yes, thank you, family.
so-
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, so those are learning from other people. Now, I want you guys to imagine having the income to buy your dream home. Imagining having the income to buy your dream home. Monica and I, we built our first home 7 years, almost 8 years ago now, and we're building a second home. Call us crazy. It's been more work than we ever thought, but it's a dream home for us because we're going to be near my mom. It's got more space. Monica has all the closet stuff, but I can tell you right now, when you buy that home and you walk in and go, this is my house. Before we were in our house, we were in a small
Rental property.
rental property, and it was my father's rented it to us. And again, I love my family. I thank him all from here. But we can strive to go more, and to walk into the new house was like, me and Monica, we just like almost cried when we were at the closing on our house. We both didn't have a house until this house we were in right now, and the feeling of achievement of getting into this and knowing that, hey, this is my house, this is my home, this is where I come from. It's important, and I want you to have that. If you're not in the home you want to be in, imagine having the income to be in that home. 3 or 4 or 5 bedrooms, whatever your family needs. Imagine that right now. You can do that when you increase your income. Or imagine having the income to take the dream vacation.
Yeah, these people look happy.
They were in Paris.
Typically, when people are on vacation, they're happy.
Yeah, but they were probably in Paris during the Olympics. I wasn't. I really would like to have gone. The next Olympics is in LA. Maybe we can make that one. Isaac will be a little bit bigger. Our son Isaac's 6 years old right now, but he'll be 10 then. He might be thinking about it. So if you want to take that vacation, can you do that? Some vacations can cost $2,000 or $3,000. Some can cost $10,000. They can cost as much as you can afford. But the thing is, Monica and I have been around the world together, and it's those vacations that are priceless. We've been to Sydney, Australia. We've been to Paris, France. We've been to Rome, Italy, Jerusalem. And these places, meeting people, cultures. I mean, Monica was pregnant when she went to Australia, so it's been a while, but it's just the fun things you remember. So imagine having that income. And the last one is imagine having the income to retire inspired with a comfortable nest egg. Think about that. Having the money for you to retire. I know Monica's dad, he worked, he was a janitor, and he worked super hard. And he unfortunately had an illness, but when he retired, I mean, his wife was taken care of.
And I mean, it doesn't matter how much income you make as long as it's enough for your family to take care of your family. And my dad, on a janitor's salary, was able to leave enough money for my mom not to have to work after he passed away. And he passed away at 64, which is a relatively young age. So it doesn't matter how much money you make. All that matters is what you do with that money.
Exactly. So we want you to have that comfortable nest egg and to be able to retire not because of illness, but because you retire inspired, ready to go out and see the world and refire yourself to do greater things in life. Maybe go back. We were at my son's school, and one of the teachers there, she goes, I'm here, I retired, and I came back because I loved the kids so much. And so if that's your goal, like go back and retire so you can go back and just do whatever you love, that's what we want to see for you. And you have to increase your income to get to that point. So that's really important. And I want to talk about having these goals and how can you achieve them. for me, I really needed to work in a group. And I want to give an example, a personal example, and that was where I was trying to run a marathon. And this is the community responsible for my first marathon. I was 18 and I wanted to run a marathon. I was 22 in college. I wanted to run a marathon. I did not. When I was 28, I wanted to run a marathon. I did not. Tried to run a couple miles around the park. I was like, this is too much. 26 miles. It's crazy. But at 32 years old, a friend of mine heard me and said, hey, I hear you want to run a marathon. Why don't you join my marathon running group? It's called the Wills Hills Running Group. I was like, oh, okay. Well, guess what? They met on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturdays at 5:30 a.m. And I had to get up when it was dark, and they had trails and all kinds of routines to run. And guess what? 6 months later, I ran my first marathon. And that's me on the right hand side running perfectly at this 3 hours and 10-minute pace. I was right there with the pacer. That guy was in the Wills Hills group. I was right, great. I did a great job for 13 miles, but the marathon's 26 miles. So unfortunately, there I got dehydrated, and my time went from 3 hours and 10 minutes. I ended up finishing in like at 4 hours.
So, and that's life. When you join this group, when you become part of a group, you will have wins, and sometimes you will have challenges. But the good thing is that you get back up. You have a team that helps you get back up. And the thing is, we have to partner up with people. If you see the guy next to Isaac, next to Israel, he has been running for 13 years. It says 13 years on his bib. So when you partner up with people who've been running longer than you, who've been running faster than you, guess what? That's what you're gonna aspire to. That's gonna be your goal, and you're gonna shoot for to do and accomplish what they've done, because they've done it. So you can do it too. And that's why we want you to be part of this group, because our wins are your wins. Your wins are our wins, and together we win.
Exactly. And here's another thing, having a great partner. So I have a great partner for life, my running partner here, Monica. Accountability keeps you on track. And that's one of the things you can see me and Monica running here. We finished a race together. We did like this 3 race or 5 race. We ended up having like 3 medals from 3 different races, plus the fourth one for doing all 3. And Monica challenged me. She's like, hey, I want to do these races. It was like 5 miles, 5 miles. I think it was a 10K and 10K. And it was a lot of running. And we did them together. Having that camaraderie, having that accountability, having that partner, that is something that'll change your life. So that's important. And then, Monica and I, we believe in community so much so that in 2020, I started an online community, and it was at our church, and we did basically meetings on Zoom every week. I mean, for 4 years, it was every week, and that group is still continuing. Right now, I've stepped out of the ministry mainly to focus on this new community that I'm working on now. But as the scripture says, that iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another.
And the good thing is that even though Israel's not there anymore, it has continued. He's passed that baton so that other people can run. And that's what it's all about. We're here to pass a baton to you so that you can run faster and win in your finances.
Yeah, so again, I really learned a lot of things from having this online community. But one thing, the motto I had there was people came in, people would go out, people would come in, and people would go out. And you couldn't have that same accountability that you really needed, and that's why I formed this group, and it's called the Financial Champion Group, Financial Champion Community. And so what I want to talk about today is, what we're going to learn. Today you are going to learn, number one, the knowledge and resources it will take for you to increase your income. You're going to learn those resources and those things. Number two,
ways to stop procrastinating.
I was looking to see if I forgot to make this one a
Poll?
A poll, but what you're going to learn today is the method that is proven to help you stop procrastination and achieve the goals you set for yourself. And number three, you're going to learn a scientific method to have fun and achieve your financial goals. So those are things we're talking about. And I'll quickly say it this way. Content is the first one. Content. But I forgot my goal. My goal for today. My goal
Your goal.
for everybody is to demonstrate that there is a way. There is a way to achieve your financial goals by learning together, by working together, and by having fun together through community. So that is my goal. And to do that, I want to kind of talk about some myths, go into the myth busting here, and then we'll go into what we're going to offer. So number one myth is I don't have the skills or the knowledge to increase my income. Do I have to go back to school? Do I need a college degree? Do I need that certification? What do I need to increase my income? How do I start that business? How do I increase it? I don't know. There's too much things that I don't know. So that could be the myth that most people have. And so what we want to talk about is what we're going to offer in this 90-day challenge is these books. I've read all these books sometimes 2 or 3 times. Most of these 2 times or more. And I love the books. And there's so many books I could have reached out for, but these in particular are ones I want to grab. So every one of these books, I'm going to be having some nuggets come for them. The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. That book was written in 1920. Timeless. It is over 100 years old in its writing. And it teaches you success principles. If you do these things, you will have success. And he has like 16 principles. I've taken only a few of those and integrated into this 90-day challenge. 48 Days to the Work I Love. Dan Miller, amazing man. He just had a heart to help people. He passed away in just December, I think it was January of 2024. But he left a legacy of how he helped people figure out their own personality. He had the DISC test. And I'm learning about that. I'm trying to integrate that here. But you apply the value to your marketplace. You learn what you're valuable, what you're good at, and you apply it to marketplace. Third book here, John Maxwell, my mentor. Monica and I are John Maxwell certified coaches. Mm-hmm. So we understand what leadership is and how it's important. And so the 15 invaluable laws of growth are amazing. I've read that book probably 4 times. And it's personal growth, how you improve. Sometimes to go up, you have to give up. You have to give up certain things, sacrifices. So those are some things we'll be talking about throughout this 90-day challenge. And then our mentor, Dave Ramsey, we're Dave Ramsey certified coaches as well. You know, control over your money decisions in the Total Money Makeover. So we'll get nuggets from that book as well. And number 5 book is Atomic Habits. I really like that book. I've read that one a couple of times. I think Monica has read that one as well. Developing effective habits. Replacing some bad ones with good ones. Starting small and making them big. And that's really what it comes down to. This last book, Super Better. Super Better. That is the crux. That is something we'll be talking about a little bit more here. But Dr. Jane McGonigal is a PhD in game theory. And it's achievement through games. And we're going to tell you how we do that in a minute here. But what you don't know, you will find out from me or from other people in the community. We're going to be going over this content, and there's going to be so much. It's going to be hard work, but hard work is good work, I heard. So I really want us to take this in and know that you don't have to know everything. You just need to know where the resources are. And this will hopefully give you some of these books. You get this video and a link to this video. These are some great books. I don't expect you to read them all, but if you could maybe do some summaries or you can look at the outlines on them, great stuff. That's the content that's going to change your life. It's changed my life. Myth number 2, I don't have the discipline needed to increase my income. And people have this problem. We all have this problem. I mean, when I was a kid, my mom would say, hey, don't forget to clean your room. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do that. And Monica now does that with my son. It's like, don't forget to do this. Put on your clothes. Do this. Get your assignments ready. Get all your homework done. And we really need some accountability. That's what changes this. You don't have to have the discipline to increase your income. You have to have the accountability to increase your income. You agree?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that is myth 2. Mm-hmm. So what is that accountability? It comes through community. Mm-hmm. And so we've set up a community called Financial Champion Academy.com. And there you're going to see, you get to welcomes, there's member levels, there's different events. There's a financial champion community home. There's also Academy, and there's Academy Pro. So there's 3 tiers: community, academy, and academy pro, that have different levels of engagement. But we're gonna be there for welcoming you. We're gonna be there, and you can meet other people, talk, chat, make friends. This is a closed, I say closed community. You have to pay to come into this membership. And it's reason for that, because if it was just free, anybody would come in, there wouldn't be that sense of privacy. And so I pay for this. This community is not free. We use the Circle platform, and Circle, I won't tell you how much it costs per month, but it's not free. So there is a cost to this, but this is what we're going to use to build our community and hold people accountable. And there, like again, there will be challenges, events, and we're talking about that. But so content, community, and the third component is, I'll start with the myth: personal finances is too personal to work with others to increase my income. How am I supposed to work with something so personal? I don't want to share this. I don't want to tell you how much money I make. You don't have to. We're going to set this up in a way that you can do this. I go back to this Google study, that psychological safety, that number one thing, the circle of trust has to be established. I'm telling you, I've put this community together. I'm going to have a great moderation team that's going to be moderating this team. And, we'll whenever you put people together, sometimes you have what they call storming, where things don't go really well. You have to get it. Then there's norming, or actually it's forming. You form the group. Storming, there's some storms, and there's norming, and then there's producing. So you have to get going, and we're going to have that. But you have to establish psychological safety. We're going to have that in our community. Dependability. We're going to hold you accountable. You're going to be there. You're going to turn in your assignments. We have assignments. We have homework. It will be there. To achieve your goals, we need to do them little by little. Again, atomic habits. And then the structure and clarity, that's what the community is going to give you. Meaning and purpose. If you have to ask yourself why you're increasing your income. Only you can do that. Was it for that house, that vacation, that retirement? Was it for your family? Why are you doing that? And then impact. Once you have that increased income, how are you going to make a difference? How is it going to make a difference in your community, or how's it going to make a difference for you? So again, what are we doing? We're going to give you a challenge. And this is a 90-day challenge that I'm offering here to you. Number one, there's 8 things here. This is coming from Dr. Jane McGonigal's book, Super Better. Super Better. And this is really the fun part, because I was always like, people always tell me, how do you make this finances stuff fun? Well, science says you actually say, this is going to be fun. So if you say that first, your brain starts to go, okay, this is going to be fun. It's first saying that. I remember when I was a kid, my dad said, okay, you're going to go rake all the leaves. And, it was easy to moan and groan and say, I don't want to. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to do this having fun. And I just started like dancing out there. I kind of looked silly. I was dancing with the rake and raking it all up. And then I think my brother's like, Dad, I think he's freaking out. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's actually having fun raking the leaves. And so it's about how you think about something. Your mindset comes into it. So here's the eight factors. And I'm going to go through them real quickly, because this is part of 90 days. So I'm not trying to give you everything. I'm just giving you an appetizer, if you will, the sampler. Challenge yourself. That is number one. You must say, I accept the challenge. I'm going to do this. I'm all in. You can't say, well, maybe next year when I have a little more time, or maybe next year in the summer. I don't know if I do this right now. Well, you got to be all in. That's challenge. I'm accepting the challenge. It's like Mission Impossible. What do they say?
Yeah, do you accept the mission?
Your mission.
Yes, should you choose to accept it.
Should you choose to accept it, is to join the challenge. Number 2 here is set an epic goal. An epic goal is like, my finances, I'm going to increase my income $10,000, $25,000, $100,000. That's an epic goal. Now, I'm not saying in 90 days you're going to achieve that whole epic goal, but you may get a part of it. And we're talking 90 days. And this is a community that's going to go on for as long as I live, the rest of my life. I'm aiming to do this. This is what I feel called to do. And so then every 90 days, we're going to have a different challenge, but it'll be focused on increasing your income. So you might get part A, part B, part C, D, E, and you might have to go to Z to get to your $100,000 more per year. But hey, it's possible if you join the group and you work and you use the resources working together. Okay, 3 complete activities. We're going to talk about activities and creating quests. That's the part that makes it fun. What's the challenge that we have here? What's the quest and activity? And then the villains. Villains could be people. It could be habits, bad habits. It could be places. You know, I don't call Starbucks a bad place, even though like $7 goes every time you get a coffee.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that you have to find out. What are the villains in your life? What are the villains that are attacking your finances? What are the villains that are trapping your finances? What are the villains that are holding your finances back? And that's a question between you and your finances. And you have to ask yourself, what is holding me back?
So defeating the villains is having the villain identified and then creating the strategies to defeat the villains. The next one is number 5, collect and activate power-ups. Collect and activate power-ups. And, you know, I forgot to put this in the poll. I was going to do that, but, you know, which one resonates with you? Collecting and actually, I think about Super Mario Brothers. You ever play the game? Do you remember that, Monica? Mm-hmm. Where you had little Mario, mm-hmm. but then he got this mushroom. I don't know if that was like drugs mushrooms, but he got this mushroom, and then he got bigger, or he got this thing and he got stronger. Mm-hmm. He powered up. Mm-hmm. And that power up gave him additional life. It gave him invincibility. That's what we want to do. Collect and activate power ups. Sometimes Dr. Jane McGonigal said in her book that you could go on Google and do a search for puppies or baby elephants. And when you look at those things, I didn't put any pictures here, but when you look at these things, or maybe your child when it was a baby, mm-hmm. or maybe yourself when you were a baby, or maybe just like looking at the picture of you and your dad. My dad passed away 4 years ago. And I mean, when I look at him, I get a little teary-eyed, but I get inspired. It's a power-up. My dad's still with us. You know, he's in spirit. So that's a power-up for me. So no matter how bad things are, when you get that power-up, you say, I'm going to power through this. I'm going to go through this. So that's one of the, again, we're going to be doing this step by step over the next 90 days. Recruit your allies. We can't do this by ourselves. That's what this community is for, to recruit your allies. You can also invite a friend. I would challenge you, if you want to do this challenge a friend to come join you, to join in the community. And I'm thinking right now for those people live, I mean, if you guys want, I can probably give you another discount for getting a friend in. So mm-hmm. I'll have to think about that, but I'll follow up with an email. You should be on the mailing list if you join the webinar. So recruit your allies is important. Someone you can come along and say, join me on the challenge. It's hard to go say, hey, can you help me? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? People are like, oh, okay, I'll help you. But if you go, hey, can you join me on this challenge? This challenge to increase my income by $10,000 a year, by $20,000, and your friend might go, well, $10,000 a year, I want to join that challenge. So you might be doing them a great service by inviting them to come to this challenge. And then number 7, adopt a secret identity. This is where it gets fun. You don't have to tell people, but you could adopt the identity was, I'm going to be the millionaire who's anonymously giving to all these people. I'm going to be a person who's the debt-free. I don't know, like you got to think of like, I think in Dr. Jane McGonigal's book, she says, think of your heroes, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can list them. Think of, it could be like Marvel comics. It could be real people like your dad or your parent.
I want to be like Oprah Winfrey. You get a car. You get a car.
That's right. Think about these people who've inspired you and look at their all the things that you love about them and make that into one identity. And that is your secret identity. Give it a name. Again, you don't have to tell people. I'll give a place where you write it, but it's going to be only private for you in the community where there's going to be a place where you put your own information, you journal, you log it, you enter your information, and it's available to you. So that's a secret identity. The last one is celebrate the victory. Mm-hmm. You plan the party. when you get the 10,000 per year more, or the 20,000 per year increase, or the 100,000 per year. You're going to plan that party. Set a date, put a pin in your calendar, and say, this is a day I will have that increase in income. Even if you're wrong, you might be half right. You might get half the income you wanted. Put a date, and that's really important, is having the starting line, having the finish line, having the deadline, and then having the action plan to do it all together in a community with accountability. That is it. Start line, finish line, deadline, those things together, and having that celebration. So, are you ready to learn? And I think I had this one as a poll. Come on.
Yes.
Are
There
you
you
still
go.
with me? Yes or no?
Yes.
I forgot to say yes or no on this thing. But yes or no, are you ready to learn how you can increase your income
Good.
and have fun doing it?
Yay.
Are you ready to
We
learn?
have a couple of yeses.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes, you're ready to learn. Okay.
Good.
What I'm going to tell you here is what we have to offer is
Very good.
different member levels.
Very good.
And so there's the financial community,
Very good.
the Academy Pro, the community. You get the unlimited video resources, access, quarterly webinars, and the Academy. You also get the live meetings. That's where we're going to have the challenge, and we're going to pair you up with people. Again, you can go find your own people, bring them into the challenge. We're going to pair you up. We're going to set up a member goal tracking. I've been doing a lot of working with a programmer to help me create a tracking system where you enter and you log in and it follows. You put in your epic goal, you put in your activities, you put in your quest, you put in your villains. All these things are there, and it's really going to be fun. And it's going to be like you have to do this on a daily basis. So it's going to be hard work, but it's going to be good work because it's going to be leading you to your goal of increasing your income. The last one is the Academy Pro. That's live mentorship meetings. That means myself, Monica, will be meeting, once a week, sharing our story and then taking your questions and helping you go one step further. So it's a lot more personal. And because the special that I promised you this is the special. So you ready for this? This is the prices right here. Currently, the Financial Champion Community, $15 a month or $120 a year. You get a discount for the annual. The Academy, $50 a month or $540 a year. And the Academy Pro is $150 a month and $1,600 a year. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, $1,600 a year or even $540 a year. It sounds like a lot of money until you think, maybe I make, after going through this 90-day challenge, maybe I increase my income by $1,000
Or $10,000.
or $10,000 or $20,000. Then all of a sudden, $500 doesn't seem very much. You think about that. Now, because you're on this webinar and you're my friends, I want to give you even a better offer. I want to give you guys the Financial Champion Academy at the community price. So that means for $15 a month or $120 a year, you're going to get the Academy. Oh, I got chat here from my moderator.
So that's cheaper than Amazon Prime.
And
Good for videos, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we're going to have these are things. So again, the Academy Pro, this is the highest tier here, is $540 a year or $50 a month. Now, if you did $50 a month, that'd be what? Every month, that'd be $600.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a discount, $60, 10% off when you do the annual.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be more work for me, Monica, because that's mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
That is mentorship. So not only do you have these things and challenges, but you can have questions. We'll do the hot seat stuff with you. We'll walk you more hand in hand.
Now, typically, people would pay $150 per hour
Well,
to meet with somebody.
I mean, just doing
Or even
coaching,
more,
just doing
$200?
coaching. We've done coaching in the past, and it's $150 to $200 a session
yeah, not per month,
per session.
per session.
So you get a lot of that in the mentorship, a lot of question and answer, and it's more mentorship than it is coaching, but it will be there. Monica, Leanne said I can't see the prices. Okay, we're moving.
Thank you, Leanne.
Yes, my co-moderator. So yes, $15 a month, or $120 a year for the community, for the Academy. So we're skipping over community, and we're giving you Academy. And then the pro is 50 a month or 540 a year. So again, let's see. Did we close our proposal? I think we did. So we saw.
Yes,
I think we published it, right?
Yes, we had 11 people. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I forgot to hide. Okay.
Which is 85%, like most Americans
Okay.
have a goal, a financial
So this
goal.
is the thing. Now, if you want to get these prices, when you do this, you go to financialchampion.net slash FCC dash enrollment. Sorry, should have made it shorter. But
So take a picture of this.
well, you're gonna
take a screenshot of this.
As soon as the webinar is over, it'll take you to a survey, and you'll get these promotional codes, and they'll be there when you go there. I'm temporarily putting these codes up, so that you can have these, and you have to put them in capital letters, I believe. So for $15 a month, FCA monthly 1, or for the year, $120, and that's a big savings. But 15 times 12 is 150 plus 30. That's 180. So that's $60 again, but that's a 33% savings right there for the annual. So it's 120 for the year, FCC annual, and then for the pro, 50 a month or 540. Use the code. You got FCA monthly, or FCA Pro monthly, FCA Annual 1, or FCA Pro Annual 1.
Exactly.
So again, these are the things. Now, I promised you questions. So we've got a little bit of time here to take questions from you. Let's see. We'll go to our question and answer session here. What's our first? Do you pay monthly? Which was, yes, you can pay monthly. Did I answer that? Let me answer that. Yes, I think I answered it. You can answer it on we already gave the monthlies, so yes.
Yeah, whether it's the $15 a month or $50 a month. Yes.
Yes. Noticed it wasn't open unless they downloaded the Zoho app. Okay, that was from Chris.
Yes.
Oh, that was on the app to watch the Zoho webinar.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're still learning Zoho. That is something I use quite a bit. Can you explain how the app interacts so we can see all the 8 ways we're moving forward? Okay, good question.
Very good question.
Didn't know how much time I was going to have, but I have a little bit of time. So let me show you. First of all, let me escape this here so I can. Okay, I'll escape that, and then I will
Bring this over.
move this over. So you should see on my screen. This is financialchampion.net.
Yes.
This is our website. You can see a video about this.
Yes.
And there's me and Monica with our mentors. And then these are the prices. You can also join the newsletter. So that is there. So that is there. And then you go to the community by hitting financial community.
Yep.
And once you go here, you'll see the community. Now I'm logged in as this is not what you're going to see because this is my account.
Your account.
Yes, but you would see this part right here.
Depending on your membership
Yes,
level.
and then go to membership levels here, and you'll see the different membership levels.
Yes.
And there's a link there to pay.
Uh-huh.
And this has regular prices now. You only get those discounts when you use the codes. So I'll get those codes to you. Then the home is where you're doing this. Now, when you're the question about how we're doing the group challenge. So I built this, and this is still a work in progress. I hadn't put the pretty pictures on it yet. But we have a dashboard for the group. We have a registration. And let me show you that because I think that is working properly here. So you put your name, your email, and it creates an account for you. And then a personal dashboard and setting an epic goal. And then adding your request, adding a new entry. So all this is still being developed, but I'm still working on hiding my pin. But when I put my pin in there, don't look at my pin. And then you'll see your name. You put the date of when you're doing something here. You put the quest, communication. Maybe you put refresh my resume, and then you put the journal entry. And then is it in progress? Did I start it? And then I like to put who I helped today, because every time you help someone, it's a power up. For me, powering people up. And then you hit submit, and it's going to track your entries. And so that's how it's going to work. Again, this is all being developed. I have a programmer who's helping me with this. And again, your membership fees go to paying for this, helping this, and setting this up. So again, setting a goal, adding your quest, creating your entries, defeating your villains, and collecting the power-ups and recruiting your allies, all in here. And again, celebrating the victory. So I want a place where you can enter this information and you can track it. It's like a journal. I'm trying to
Online journal.
online journal to grow. So again, it is something. Any more questions here?
What's the deadline to sign up with the special?
Yeah, we're gonna kick off the 90-day challenge on September 14th, a week from now. So you have a week to think about this, or you can think about it now. I mean,
By
again,
September 13th.
yeah, we on the
Because the
14th
14th
is next Saturday. We're gonna launch on the 14th, and 10 a.m. Saturdays is when I'm best able to do this. I'm actually the freshest and available. If you have a working, a day to 9 to 5 job, it's hard to do this during the day. Got a chat here. I have another answer, Miss Mamie here. And see,
Scroll down.
I missed one.
You missed somebody's question?
Did you pay monthly? Interact for persons already retired.
For a person,
Can
there-
they increase their monthly income? I heard this from John Maxwell maybe it was Dave Ramsey. He said if you're breathing, you can do it. You can increase your income.
probably Dave Ramsey.
Yeah. I remember we told a story in one of our classes about the Colonel. KFC,
Yes.
Kentucky
yes.
Fried Chicken,
Yes.
the Colonel. He had the choice to take retirement. This is back in the 60s, right? Or like late 50s, early 60s. And his retirement check was $200 a month. That's what he was going to live on. I think it might have been $150, but I can't remember the exact details, but it was less than $200 a month. And that was what was he had his business he had just gone out of business because he had this great chicken fried restaurant. Is that right? A restaurant that did, chicken fried chicken, and they had built another highway somewhere else, so his business completely went to zero, lost everything. So he started from nothing. And yes, you have to make a choice. Do you just want to continue to get the retirement check? Because if you start making $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year doing something you love, that retirement check may not be anything. So you have a choice to stay doing the same thing, getting the same thing, or making a change. And it's going to be hard work, but think about achieving the dream of having enough income to go on that vacation, to do great things with your family, to help your family members, help them, your children, your uncles, nephews, nieces with money. Sometimes people have children they have to take care of, or sometimes they have parents they have to take care of. And you may be in that season. So again, you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same thing. But if you make the change, you can increase your income.
Mm-hmm.
So is there another one we missed there? What's the details to sign up with the special? I think we gave that.
Yes, we did.
We answered that. When do you anticipate the application up and running 100%? This week. I need it this week. I have it probably 75% done. It's going to be functional this week. I've got it all working out the bugs, but yes, we're good to go.
So people can sign up right now.
Yeah,
That's not holding anything back.
It doesn't hold you anything back. We're gonna
you
go.
Sign up right now.
You can sign up right now.
That's not an issue.
And we'll have it going on the 14th.
Yeah.
So we're ready for you guys. When does 90-day challenge start? That starts the 14th of September.
September 14th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in the community, we'll be able to set up if you want to meet with other people, because I want to pair people up.
Sure.
And again, either pairing them up with strangers or pairing them up with somebody you know. You'll have of course a say in that, what you like, and pairing you up, and then letting you use the community here. There's a group chat. I'm gonna actually have another chat just for the challenge group, because other people, you guys are the first group. We're kicking this off. You are the pioneers. You're the one doing this, and this is why I'm giving you a great discount. Eventually, there won't be a discount for other people. But you're going to help establish this. You're like the founding members of this community.
They're the pilgrims that came to America.
Anybody watching this webinar, if you join us, you're a founding member. We're going to keep the group small. I mean, we don't want more than 20 people in the group because we want to keep it small. Eventually, if we get too many people, we'll have subgroups. That's when I have more moderators and whatnot. But for now, I don't anticipate having a group bigger than 20. and we'll have breakout sessions when we do our live session. So again, we'll do that.
Clarissa had a question. What happens after the 90 days? Does it start all over again? So is it like FPU or is it going to be a new version?
Well,
What would happen after 90 days?
again, you set the goal. We're going to have another challenge. We'll be finishing this in December, right before Christmas. Take a few weeks off, and then January, probably the second week of January, maybe the third week, launch another challenge. So I intend to have 3 challenges a year until I get more staff, and then we'll have more people. But for now, we can do 3 challenges a year. And when increasing your income is the goal, but if you need to work on budgeting, you need to work on getting your expenses down, that's one of your quests. That's one of your tasks. I call it a quest, but it's a task. And then you set up activities for that. And that's going to be set up while we're going through this 90-day challenge. Everybody's going to determine their own quest. What do they have to do? And then your partner is going to help you make that accountable and help you do that. That's the real key about this. Again, this is one way you can do your finances with a group. You don't have to share the whole details. You just have to say, I have this goal, I have this quest, I have this activity. Hold me accountable to say, have you finished it? Did you get to it? They don't have to know what it is, but they need to know, like, just that they're holding you accountable to it. So that's what the community is going to do. And we'll have a game board, a leaderboard for the whole group. But again, you're in competition with yourself, not with others. But the leaderboard would be showing how many people completed activities. So the goal is at least to have like 36 activities done. I like to see, 3 activities done a week. It's about 12 weeks, 90 days. And so that's for you to figure out how you need to do it. And then when we start again, so you may have a goal of increasing your income by 50,000. Okay. Well, then 90 days, I want to try to get, 10,000 in there. Next challenge, I want to get another 5. And only you can make the plan. That's what this is about. You planning it out and us walking alongside of you, giving you ideas and accountability to get there. So that is the goal. And it's going to be fun. I've never seen anything like this. This is like FPU on steroids. I had one of my friends, Nathan, was a financial coach from FPU. And so we're going to have some coaches. I'll eventually want to bring in more people who are specialists, people who are financial coaches, financial planners, people who understand insurance. I want to vet those people, and they're going to be the experts in the community. That will be part of your community, being able to ask those questions of our experts in the community. So again, that's another benefit that's coming along as we build this. We really are believing that that God's going to bring the right people. So those are the things that we believe in. Any more questions? What happens after 90 days? You're a financial champion. Yes, thank you very much. You are a financial champion. So I want to get a product branded. How can we program this? So again, we're going to be working with our experts and getting some of this going. So if you have questions specific for me, email me at israel@financialchampionacademy.com. I want to thank everybody for coming on and really, getting ready for this community. We really are excited about this. Just to let you guys know, I've been working on this for 4 years. It's been a labor of love. Monica's saying this and going like, are you ready to launch? She's that accountability partner. Are you ready to launch? Are you ready to launch? And so, hey, we're launching. So you're part of this. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being here with me. Let me go back to our regular live on camera here. So we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for being here with us and spending your time. It's precious time for doing it live. No one does live anymore. And I want to thank you, Monica.
Yeah, thank you very much. And join the challenge. If you want to go to the next level in your finances, you got to get connected with people who are going to help you win. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you win in your finances.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing, though. I do feel like giving some of this content is important, so I want to give it away. If you cannot afford to pay anything right now, I'm going to be giving the lessons, just the lessons, not the implementation, right? Not the community. That's the product. But the lessons, the content, I've read it through these books. It's not something I created all by myself. I'm just kind of putting it all together. So the lessons I'm going to share on my YouTube channel, on my website. I'm going to put those lessons out there. So if you want to follow the lessons and go find a person, and follow those things, you can do that. It's possible, but it won't be with community. And I want to tell you that doing it with community is going to take your success. It's going to accelerate your success so much more. So I hope you can join the community, but if you can't, we still want to add value to you. So we still will share some of the lessons every week. It may not be every single detail, but we'll give you a good lesson, good information. So again, it's our thanks for being with us, and we hope to see you in the community. And I always say this, remember, you are a financial champion. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.